Major support for Do the Math has been provided by Chevron, the Kern County Superintendent of Schools, Edison International, Valley Strong Credit Union, Panama Buena Vista Union School District, and the Kern High School District. With additional production assistance provided by these supporters of education in Kern County and throughout the state of California.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Do the Math. I'm Michael.
I'm Cole.
I'm Savyaa. For math homework help, call in Bakersfield 636-4357. Everywhere else, call 1-866-636-6284. Email dothemath@kern.org. We're online at dothemathonline.net and on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
All right, nicely done, Savyaa. So where do you go to school and what grade are you in?
I go to school at Reagan Elementary, and I'm in 5th grade.
How is Reagan Elementary?
I really like it.
You like it? Have you been there since kindergarten or did you get there after that?
I've been there since kindergarten.
So you're pretty used to the way things run there, right? Mm-hmm. So next year will be your last year at Reagan. Have you thought about junior high school at all yet?
Not really.
Not really? You got a whole year to get ahead of that thing, right? What is the best thing about 5th grade so far? Because you've been there about a quarter of the year now, right? Mm-hmm. So what's the best thing about 5th grade?
Now I get to play in the band and I get to join choir.
Oh, good. So what do you play in the band?
I don't play in band. I play in orchestra. I play the cello in the orchestra.
All right. So is this something that you've just started this year because you were able to, or have you done it before?
I've just started it this year.
The cello is a pretty neat instrument. We've had some people come in here with the symphony and stuff and talk about the cello. What do you like about, why did you select that instrument?
Honestly, it's not an instrument most kids would pick, and I just like the sound of it.
Good. Well, that's all you need, right? Not a lot of people want to play it, and I like the sound of it, so that's why I want to play it. So good for you. You ready to do a little bit of math today?
Yeah.
All right. All that stuff you read about social media, all that kind of stuff, we send out a math problem every day on social media, and I need you to help me with today's. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look at today's social media problem. So it says 7 times 5 minus 3. So when you see that, Savyaa, what's the first thing you think of? How do you want to start looking at that?
So you look at PEMDAS. 7 times 5 equals 35, minus 3 equals 32.
Okay, now PEMDAS, because some kids don't understand what you're talking about, and Cole actually has something that we want to adjust for you as far as PEMDAS goes. But what does that mean for kids that have no idea what you were just saying?
So PEMDAS is the order of operations.
Okay.
P stands for parentheses, E is exponents, M is multiplication, D is division, A is addition, and S is subtraction.
Okay, well I see a 5 minus 3, and that's 2, so couldn't I go 7 times 2 is 14?
It's not in the order of the operations because multiplication comes before subtraction.
So I have to multiply and divide before I add and subtract, and I always go from left to right. Have you ever seen problems where they use something besides parentheses to group things together, like brackets or absolute value symbols or anything?
Not really.
All right, well, guess what? When you get into 6th grade and junior high school and high school, you will. So that's when you're going to start using something called GERMDAS. So instead of parentheses only, it's going to be grouping because there's different ways to group numbers. And you have multiply and divide. Those are inverse operations, right? And then add and subtract. And E was exponents, you said. So if you take 3 and square it, the exponent is the 2, so you have 3 squared is 9. So what is the opposite of squaring something? Do you know what that is?
Squaring something is like dividing it by itself.
Right, you want to take the square root of something, right? So you'll see it with a radical sign, okay? So if I had 9, I want to know the square root of 9, what would that be?
The square root of 9.
So what number times itself will give me 9?
Nothing.
Well, sure, think about it.
Because
If I have 9, there's one number. If I multiply that number times itself, I get 9.
3.
3. So the square root of 9 is 3. Try this one. What's the square root of 16?
8. Wait, no. 4.
There you go. So what went through your head when you said 8 and then no, 4?
Because I got confused between addition and multiplication.
There you go. 8 plus 8 gives you the 16, right? But 4 times 4 gives you the 16 also, right? So that's just a little something that you'll encounter as you get into some older grades. But you're going to go with, we already checked that, that was 32? You're going to go with 32?
Yeah.
You don't like my 14? Mm-mm. All right, let's see if you are correct. There you go, 32 is correct. Nicely done. First one done, the social media problem of the day. All right, 636-4357 is our phone number. We do have phone tutors available Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 3:30 and 5:30. Time now for today's Math in the News. All right, today's Math in the News. We are fortunate enough to have some experts in studio with us once again. And direct from CSUB, California State University, Bakersfield, we've got Abel. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having us here.
And we've got Juan also. And Abel, you are a coordinator with the university in what department?
NSME, Natural Sciences, Mathematics, and Engineering, basically STEM.
Okay. And Juan, you're a student in this, correct?
That is correct.
And are you focused on one area or?
Yeah, I am majoring in engineering.
So, okay, so you're an engineering student. Any particular type of engineering or?
The focus that is offered at CSUB is known as a traditional route, which is about the equivalent to a mechanical.
Okay.
So currently going the traditional route and looking to pursue a mechanical engineering degree.
All right, good. So I know we've got a lot of stuff to talk to, and we've got a little bit of time, so let's get to it. So Abel, a lot of different things going on with STEM out at CSUB. I know you've got a lot of sponsorship, and you've been growing this program out at the university for a long time. What's one of the main areas or projects that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I would like to emphasize the Energy Innovation Building that we're about to have within the next 3 to 5 years. It's something that it's going to change our area radically. Many people don't know that Kern County is number 4 in the United States for STEM jobs. And so we've put our foot out to make sure that everyone knows that we're continuing to recruit students and letting them know of the programs that are offered at CSU.
Now that's pretty significant. Number 4 in the country.
Yes.
Is right here in Kern County as
Absolutely.
far as STEM-related jobs go.
Yes.
So if somebody's going, all right, well, we're pretty, significant here. What are some of those opportunities for students?
Well, right now, as far as the opportunities on our campus, for our degrees, we have several, like Juan said, engineering. It's not impacted. Our engineering program is just over 10 years old, so it's like a baby program, I guess, but
Okay.
it's strong, it's robust, and we continue to grow it. Within the next 2 years, we're going to have a full mechanical engineering degree as well.
And I know you guys are in the community a lot because we saw you guys at the STEMposium
Yes.
down at the CTEC Center last year, recruiting students, telling them about the programs you have at CSUB. And I know that we've got some events coming up, so let's take a look at some of the flyers that we've got right here. And so the open house is coming up this week.
That is correct, and this the open house is for those high school students that would be interested in, giving us a glance to check out our programs. Like I said, that we offer. This is an opportunity to meet faculty, to meet our dean. She will be there, and of course the staff, and just because a lot of people I've spoken to. I've gone off campus for different events, and I talk to people throughout the community that they say, oh, well, I haven't been on campus for 5 years. Then when they show up, they see the tremendous changes that have taken place. So that event is for, like I said, high school students. If counselors want to show up, parents, we're more than happy to have them stop by. And of course, there's it's best to reserve their RSVP.
Okay.
And so it does say NSME Go at csub.edu. So if they want to register for that event, we're more than happy to have them on campus.
This is something new. I haven't heard about Roadrunner Science Fridays.
Yes, well, Roadrunner Science Friday is basically what we do is we have our own tours, our NSME tours, Natural Sciences, Mathematics, and Engineering tours. Where basically what we do is we emphasize the geology lab, we emphasize the chemistry lab, the fab lab, fabrication laboratory that we have on campus, and also either the nursing or the kinesiology department. Give them a tour of that.
And the Fab Lab is something pretty unique because not all universities have that.
No.
And I know that I've been able to bring students to the Fab Lab on a field trip so that they can see what's available at CSUB, and then they make little keychains and stuff while they're there that day. But this is the only one in the Valley?
I believe so. And another fact about the Fab Lab is it's open to the community. So if anyone has a project that they want to work on, they could always give us a call, and we're there to assist educators, the general public, students. If they want to work on that, we're able to assist them.
And then Engineering Day.
Yes, so Engineering 2024, it's going to be on Friday, February the 23rd, 2024. We're really, I know it's a while before the event comes together, but we're already letting everybody know that we're going to have this great event for the community, and it's geared towards high school students. Whereas the Roadrunner Science Fridays is actually, it's K-12.
Okay.
But the Engineering Day is any students, high school students that are interested in any STEM degree. If they want to come check it out, let their teachers know, counselors know that they're interested, and they could always follow up and send me an email or give me a call, and I'll connect them.
All right, good. Well, speaking of Engineering Day, we have an engineering student here, Juan, and what drew you to this program at CSUB?
Well, being a local of Shafter, there weren't many options. I think the CSUB is the only engineering school within, is it 100 miles?
100 miles, yes.
So if you want to be a local student, you have that choice, and sticking with your community is big to me. I didn't want to go to a distant school where I didn't know who they were, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any support system, because having a support system wherever it is you're studying at is very important to success.
And you're saving money staying local also.
A lot of money.
Yeah, because you're able to stay, here. So you brought in one of your books, and we're just going to show this quickly. And you were talking about the mathematics that are in this book as an engineering student. And tell us a little bit about that.
So this is my FE book for mechanical engineering, known as the Fundamentals of Engineering book, which is a test that engineers or wanting to be engineers have to take, because it gets you on your process to getting your PE, your professional engineering plaque. And the math in this book, it is a little bit advanced, but also there are a lot of concepts that you need to gather from your earlier years and use, because if you don't have a good foundation from the beginning, there's no way you're going to be able to do the calculations.
And it just grows on it.
Yeah.
Right? So the
that's
stuff
the
that
beauty.
Savyaa is doing in 5th grade right now,
Absolutely.
in 6th grade will be stuff that she's going to be able to apply if she decided to do something like this.
Which is the beauty of math. It's always evolving, always building on what you previously learned.
I know you guys talk about a lot of projects that students are doing, and I think we've got some photos of some different projects that students have been doing. So tell us a little bit about the photos that we're looking at here.
Okay, so the images that you're seeing are of the SURE program that's sponsored by Chevron, and SURE stands for Summer Undergraduate Resource Experience, and those right there are actually some of the, it's showing what the projects themselves as far as how they put it together, and that's our dean right there. What it is students are able to go through this, it's kind of like an internship on campus where they actually get advice from faculty and the professionals, the other professionals in their field, and they get the opportunity to learn firsthand, because everything, and that's the great thing about CSUB's NSME programs, everything's hands-on. And so after they complete the summer program, they get $1,000, which is always, who doesn't want $1,000, right?
Well, maybe I'll do the summer program right there, huh? So are you involved in a project right now yourself?
Yeah, currently I am working with a group of 4 other students on this solar power RC car, which you see in front of you. And this isn't our own doing. This is a kit that we bought online and put together but it is a good foundation to what we want to do. Obviously, as you can see, it doesn't work, which is the big point behind this project. There are a lot of features that are missing to make this a functional, more practical car. We're adding steering, we're adding more motors, the ability to be able to run off solar and battery at the same time, which is key. So yeah, this is our project that we've been working on.
Good. Well, a lot of stuff going on out there, and I know I know that they said if we have time, and I'm going to make time because I think this is awfully cool. The sandbox, this virtual, where they're taking the sand and you're able to contour.
Yes.
So explain what's going on with the sand and how they're maneuvering and contouring the land.
Yes, well, our geology team, faculty and students, they work with this augmented reality sandbox where it gives a sample as far as how terrain, you see they're maneuvering the terrain, moving it around, and it shows you the elevation as far as like how that comes into play with water and its surroundings. So as you can see, whenever as the student's cutting into the sand right there, it changes, and it's a good way to study how water, snow, because you can make it rain there, snow, and earth all combine to how they're connected and affect each other.
Yeah, there you go. So some great stuff out there. Once again,
absolutely.
Juan, thank you for coming in with us, visiting us today. Abel,
Thank you
nice
so
to
much.
see you
Thanks
again
so
as
much.
well. And I know you guys brought a gift, and I know that you guys are partnering up with, I know there was a little sticker in here with NASA, and we do quite a bit of stuff with NASA as well. So nice to see everybody's working together.
Awesome.
And I know that we have a little something for you also, the ever famous Do the Math tile. So we want to say thank you to you guys for coming in. But that is today's Math in the News. 636-4357 is that phone number. We do have phone tutors available until 5:30 most Tuesdays and Wednesdays. In studio with us right now we have Savyaa, and Savyaa is a 5th grade student from Reagan Elementary working with Cole, and they're going to work on a magic square. So let's take a look at the camera right now. We'll see all of the stipulations we have with this problem. So we have the numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. So you see that pattern of 3s there, Savyaa? Did you notice that? Not just random numbers, I take it, right? So the 18 and the 12 have to stay where the 18 and the 12 are. So I would like you two to go ahead and complete working on that magic square. All right, go to it.
So 12 and 18 here would be crossed out because they're already here. 18 plus 12 is 30. Minus 45, which is the estimate that you have to make all of them add up to. That would be 15 in the middle, so you can cross 15 out.
Okay, can you go back real quick and show me where you got the 18 and 12 and how you knew to subtract the 30 from that? Can you just walk us through your thinking there real quick?
So 18 and 12, you have to make 45 diagonally. So 45, and then 18 plus 12 is 30. And so if you want 45 and you subtract 30 from 45, you get 15, so you put 15 in the middle.
I'm with you now. Oh, great. So what do you think we should do next?
So we should try to get this diagonally. 45 minus 15 is 30, so any of these can make 30, like 21 and 9. Or 24 and 6.
Okay, so you've found 2 combinations, 21 and 9 or 24 and 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna try putting 6 here and 24 here. So those are temporarily crossed out. And then 24 plus 12 is 36. 45 minus 36 subtracted from 45 is 9. So we put a 9 here. 18 plus 24 is 42. 45 minus 42 is 3, so we put the 3 here.
Okay, so is the objective then to get 45 in every row, column, and diagonal? Is that what you're trying to do? Okay.
18 plus 6 is 24. 45 minus 24 is 31.
You may want to check that again there, sister.
Oh, 21.
There you go.
You put the 21 here. 15 plus 3 is 18. Wait, 28. And then 45 and 28.
And where did you get the 28 from?
15, that's still 18 though. And then 45 minus 18.
You can move over a little bit.
If you want, we have a lot of board space over here if you
Yeah.
want to slide over here.
45 minus 18 is 27, so you put the 27 over here. Now we have to add up this, 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 and this. And so 18 plus 21 . 18 plus 21 is 39 plus 6 is 45.
Okay, so the top row is good.
18, 3 and 5 make 18, plus 27 equals 45. So the second row is fine. 24 plus 9 equals 33, plus 12 equals 45. So this one is good. 18, we already know that 18, 12, and 15 make 45.
Okay.
So this is good. 24, 15 equals 39, and that makes 45. So this is good.
So that diagonal is good. Okay.
So we've basically completed the problem.
And we've checked the columns going down.
21 plus 15 plus 36. 45. That one's good. 27 plus 6.
You made there. You make some more room.
That's 33 plus 12. 45. So this one is good. And then the last one, 18 plus 3 equals 21 plus 24 equals 45.
Right, great job. All rows, columns, and diagonals are 45.
There you go. Some great work right there. You got everything to work out to 45. And you even checked all of them because sometimes kids want to take a little shortcut and go, I think it looks pretty good, but you want to make sure that it looks very good. So for your efforts today, Savyaa, you got yourself a meal courtesy of our friends at Brokio Cafe. So congratulations on that. And speaking of fractions and fractional parts, we're going to check a little bit out with Kaitlyn.
Hi, my name is Kaitlyn, and today I'm going to show you two different ways on how to multiply fractions. Okay, so we're going to start on this side, and I'm going to show you one of the ways. So we're going to start with 3/10 times 4/9. So in order to multiply fractions, you multiply straight across with both the numerator and the denominator. So 3 times 4 would be 12, and 10 times 9 would be 90. Now this can be further simplified into a proper common fraction. So you could divide 12 by 2 and 90 by 2. And so 12 divided by 2 would equal 6. And 90 divided by 2 would equal 45. So next you would divide by 3 again. And 6 divided by 3 would equal 2. And 45 divided by 3 would equal 15. So that would be a simplified fraction rather than writing 12 over 90, which would be a non-simplified way to write it. And here's another way to do it. This way might seem easier or harder depending on the way you like it. So I'm gonna write the same problem, 3/10 times 4 over 9. So instead of simplifying at the end, you're gonna basically simplify in the problem. So you use this method called cross-canceling. So 3 and 9 are both, like you can divide them both by 3. So you divide 3 by 3 and that would make 1. And you would divide 9 by 3 and that would make 3. 4 and 10 you could do the same way by dividing by 2. So you would make that a 2 and make this a 5. So after doing that, you would basically still cross multiply, but you would go and use the simplified numbers rather than simplifying at the end. So it'd be 1 times 2, which would be 2, and 5 times 3, which would be 15. So you get the same answer either way. This one you just simplify it while doing the problem, and this one you would simplify it basically at the end. And that's 2 ways on how to multiply fractions.
Yeah, and a big thanks to Kaitlyn for sharing a little bit of that with us. And you know Kaitlyn, correct? You knew that Kaitlyn girl? Kind of?
I don't know her.
But you recognized her a little bit because you were like, hey, that's from a different show or something? Are you ready to tell us about mathematics when you get a little bit older? The correct answer would be yes. You can tell us about math, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So are you ready to play some math? Mm-hmm. You like playing math?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Math Week?
No.
Well, that's what Emily is here for. She's going to tell us all about Math Week. And Math Week is where you get to play math games all week long. And it helps. Emily's going to tell us about it.
Absolutely. Math Week is all about changing the relationship that mathematics is held in the home. So it's not worksheets, it's not tiers, it's fun, engaging games that are available for your whole family. And the whole goal of Math Week is to see in 1 week as a Kern community, how many family math minutes can we generate?
And we're trying to get 500,000, I think it is, correct?
500,000 and more.
And more, because I know because last year we were like right on that thing, weren't we?
We were at the finish line this year. We are going to push through, and I think we'll be close to 1 million
There you
minutes.
go. So we can see this is coming up towards the end of October, October 23rd through the 27th. And for people that want to find out some more information online, they can go right here. mindresearch.org/Kern-math-week, and they can go there and find out more. But Emily is here to talk to us about some of the games that you'll be doing during Math Week. All right? So, Savyaa, you and Emily, take it away.
So this game here is called Achi, and all of the games in Math Week start with a joyful story that you can read as a family. Since we're live here, I won't take the full time to read the story, but it's based off of magical patterns from Ghana. And do you know how to play tic-tac-toe? Mm-hmm. That's how this game starts. You'll be playing tic-tac-toe with our nodes here, but notice we have 4 pieces. So if it's a cats game, we're going to slide our pieces, taking turns and alternating until one of us gets 3 in a row. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I will let you choose your color and go first.
Okay. Do I put all of them on there?
We'll alternate turns, just like tic-tac-toe.
Now that'd be sweet. That's an awesome question. Can I put them all on there? Because I'll win right away since I put all 3 on there, right? So think about blocking it. There you go.
I have to block here now. And now it looks like we have a cat scheme. So at this point, you're able to slide a red piece over to an available dot. And unfortunately, I forced you into that one. We have 3 in a row.
So would you like to try it again?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, there you go. Because now that you've got the
All
idea,
right, let's clear the board.
so try it again. And you see, Emily has played this before. You haven't, so we're going to give Emily that first game right there, all right? So do you think if you went first, because you went first this last time, do you think if you went second, it would be any different?
Not really.
Okay. So do you think, would you like to go first or would you like to go second this time?
I'll go first.
Ooh, a change in strategy, taking the middle. I like that. I'll go for the block here. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. And we have 3 in a row. Nice job.
All right, you ready to try one more? Because now the score is 1-1. You want to try one more? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and clear the board. So while you were doing that game, why did you select the center that time?
Because in the center you can do anything. Like, they don't know what move you're gonna do. If you put it here, you have to go this way, or this way. If you put it here, you have to go this way, or this way. If you put it in the center, they don't know which way you're going.
Okay, so you've gone first both times. So let's try it a different way, and we'll have Emily go first this time.
Okay, let's see. Well, we like the center as a strategy, so let's try that.
So are there any strategies that you're thinking of right now?
You always have to try to block the person first before trying to make your own row.
Okay. Because whoever goes second, right? Because you determine where she has to go now.
Uh-oh.
There we go. All right. So, do you see how that was 3 in a row already? Mm-hmm. So, do you like that game? It's a little something than tic-tac-toe, right? Because there's a little more thinking involved with it because of the number of pieces, right? And sometimes you'll see games like this that are similar but have different names, right? And Emily, this is called this because of where this game originates from, correct?
Correct. And as we level up and as you continue to play at home with your family, once you get the strategy behind this game, now we can layer it up by flipping over or choosing a new activity online. Now you have to get 3 in a row. That adds up to 15. So not only are you using spatial temporal reasoning, thinking multi-moves in advance, now you have to check to see if your 3 connecting dots equal 15. So definitely a lot of math going on these days.
So kind of like your magic square right there, where you had to think ahead and think about like that. So, you know what? We're going to make Emily do a little bit of work here today, all right? You ready to make her work? You want to try a game, see if you guys can get to 15?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, starting on 3. I'll start on 7 then.
So what are you thinking of right now, Savyaa?
I'm trying to think of ways to make 15.
And you've already got 3, so you know you need how many more?
3 more. Well, at least 3 more. I can have 2 more.
So you need to get 12 more total, right? Because you want to get to 15. So you've got how many different ways can you place things so that you can get 12?
You can place them right here, and you can place them here, and wait.
All right, so I'll leave it easier for you. So you get one more move now. Where do you want your next move to go?
I think that's this.
So if you have 11, I want to block this 4 here.
And 11 plus 4 only makes 15, so I have no choice.
Let's see. So I can take,
So this is a little more difficult, don't you think?
because now we have 8 plus 5.
Wait, can I change mine? Uh-oh. I think I'll just leave it here.
And I'm going to react here and block the 2.
I already have 16, so there's no way I can get to 15.
Let's see, if I have 2 and 7, that's 9. And if I add 6, I have a connecting 15. Ooh, that was a tough game.
I was going to say, I was wondering what was going to happen here because it was like based on where you put the other things. So there's times when you could also block the other person also, right? Because that time it looked like you were focused on getting your 15. But on the other game, it looked like your focus was to block first and then see what happened. So do you think this would be something you like to play with your family?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, right? I mean, playing games and doing math at the same time, that's what Math Week is all about. So once again, Emily, where do students go to find out about Math Week, and how do they go about accumulating all of these minutes that we want to get?
Sure, absolutely. So you'll visit our Kern County Math Week website, mindresearch.org, Kern-Math-Week, and you'll be able to choose a new math game and activity each day. So please enjoy it with your family in partnership with Kern County Superintendents of School and our nonprofit Mind Research Institute.
All right, and this is for any grade level at all, right? This is not just aimed at younger students or older, I mean, this is for everybody.
Absolutely. As you saw, any great game, folks from young ages to old ages enjoy games of tic-tac-toe. So all games are designed to be fun, intricate, and really make a wonderful experience.
There you go. And the whole thing is just to get the family involved and playing mathematics and then talking about mathematics and not having it be something scary. You know, because people are like, oh, I don't want to do math. I'm not very good at math or something like that.
Math is collaborative and fun.
There you go. Well, Emily, thank you for coming in this afternoon. And I know we'll get a little closer to Math Week. We'll have you come in again and we'll talk about some more of the specific activities going on during that.
Absolutely.
All right. 636-4357 is that phone number. And I see that you're a fan of NASA, correct? And what do you have on the back of your shirt? I saw there was something back there. Can you turn it around? And can you lift your hair up so we can see what's... The future is female. There you go. All right. So I see that you want to possibly do something with NASA when you get older, maybe?
Actually, no.
No?
No.
But you like NASA.
I like.
You like the stuff they do. You like space, space exploration, finding out about it. Well, there you go. Well, who knows? You may work there someday eventually. But right now, we're going to find out what's going on this week at NASA.
Preparing to journey to a metal world, a milestone for a simulated Mars mission, and celebrating an anniversary for our agency. A few of the stories to tell you about this week at NASA. We are targeting no earlier than October 12th for the launch of our Psyche spacecraft on a 2.2 billion mile journey to study a metal-rich asteroid of the same name. The Psyche asteroid lies in the outer portion of the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter and may be able to tell us more about the formation of rocky planets like Earth. This is NASA's first mission to study an asteroid that has more metal than rock or ice. The 4-person volunteer crew of our first year-long CHAPEA Mars analog mission recently spent its 100th day inside the mission's 1,700 square foot habitat at our Johnson Space Center. The crew is simulating activities astronauts will do during future human missions on Mars. Lessons learned through Artemis missions on and around the moon, along with simulated missions like CHAPEA, will help us prepare to send astronauts to Mars. October 1st marked the 65th anniversary of NASA officially opening for business. The agency was created to lead America's civilian space program in response to Soviet advances in space exploration. It also incorporated elements of its predecessor, the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, which had been founded to advance aeronautics research. Within days of opening, NASA began work on America's first human spaceflight program. This summer, our Student Airborne Research Program, or SARP, celebrated its 15th anniversary. The summer internship program offers upper-level undergraduate students hands-on research experience as part of real science campaigns onboard NASA Airborne Science Program Flying Science Laboratories, aircraft outfitted specifically for research projects. That's what's up this week at NASA. For more about what else we're up to, check out nasa.gov.
Always interesting things going on this week at NASA. We do have phone tutors available until 5:30. We've got Savyaa, a 5th grade student from Reagan Elementary, in studio with us, and Cole's going to be working with her right now. And this is something that you're doing a little bit on your own with equations, correct? All right, so I've got a beautiful problem for you right now. This is an unexpected one for you. So Cole, I'll read it to you and maybe you can write it up on the board for us.
All right.
So start over towards the left because it's not short, but
Okay.
So we're going to start with 4. Open brackets. 1 minus 2. Open a set of parentheses. Yep. X plus 2. Close that parentheses and then close the bracket again. There we go. Equals 4x. All right. So Savyaa, I know that you've done work with parentheses, but have you ever done something where you've got a double set of them?
Normally they look like this when I have a double set of them.
Okay, then if you feel more comfortable doing that, you can. So after the 4, if you want to do that with that first set, if you want to make that. Okay. So go ahead and work with Cole, and you guys are going to go ahead and see if you can solve for x.
All right, what do you think you need to do first?
So x plus 2, we need to group all the x's together and all the usual numbers together. X means 1x. So 4x plus 1x equals 5x. And then the usual numbers, positive 2, negative 2, 1, and 4.
So I'm going to pause and think, are we utilizing our orders of operation as we're thinking about this?
I think we'll be utilizing order of operation later.
You may want to do that now. Yeah, so go ahead before she gets too far off.
Yeah, so why don't we back up for a second if you want to erase that here for a second. And so what this really is saying is that you have 4 groups of 1 minus 2 groups of x plus 2, and all of that equals 4x. Right? And so the first thing you really need to do is you need to think about how can we undo some of the things that are happening over here to get the x's kind of by themselves. Right? So what is something that we can undo first, do you think?
4 times 1 is 4.
Okay, so it's actually 4 times this whole group, right?
Yeah.
So how do we get rid of a times 4?
So we take negative 2 and positive 1, that's negative 1. And then this thing, I think we have to solve it first to erase the 4.
So can I borrow your red real quick? And so I want to just kind of reiterate and kind of highlight that this whole thing right here, imagine this is right now, it's just one number, right? It's 4 times a group of something. And we got to get it, kind of to be able to work inside of here, we've got to first get rid of this times 4. So how might you get rid of a multiply by 4? So that you can start to work inside of this first set of parentheses.
First you get rid of -2. You subtract +1 from -2, which is -1. And then you can multiply that to make +4. And
Where
then,
did you get the positive?
I mean -4.
So Cole, do you want her to get rid of the 4 or distribute stuff first?
So I guess that's the question. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so I guess there's 2 ways we could think about this, right? We could think about, do we want to divide this whole thing by 4 on both sides and get rid of the 4? Or we can multiply 4 times each of the.
And what I would do is even attack that set of parentheses inside first. Go that -2 times the x plus 2.
-2 times.
Because I'm assuming she's probably going to distribute first when she gets into the upper grades. So here's an idea for you. Erase what you've got. Leave the 4, so rewrite the 4 underneath it. Open the parentheses. Well, yeah, no. Don't open, yeah, I see where you're going already. So get rid of the times 1. So just open the parentheses, put your brackets there if you want. There you go. So now, Cole, guide her through the -2 times that other parentheses and we'll distribute that.
Yeah, so if we wanted to distribute this -2, this whole number, we have -2 groups of x plus 2. So if I said what it would be -2 times x, what would that give me?
-2x.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and write that down? So you already have your -2 here. So you already have your minus. You want to just put, so really you're distributing this whole -2 and -2. So I'm going to step in and help out for a second. And so we have this whole quantity, this -2, and you're going to say times the -2 times -2.
-4.
Okay. So that whenever I multiply -2 times x and -2 times plus 2, I'm getting -2x minus 4. So can we add that back up to this row? What would that look like if we had one row of what's left over? So where did we get the -6x from?
2 plus 4 is 6. And then you bring down the x.
So am I allowed to add those numbers together if they both don't have an x associated? Can I add them?
No.
No. So the numbers that the numbers that you got there, those were right. But instead of lining them up vertical like that, can you write them like horizontal? So maybe do, here, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to help you right here. I'm going to erase this minus sign. Can you write what you got here, but horizontally for me? What did you get? There you go. And can you close that bracket for me? All right, so that that tells you what you had when you distributed that -2 first. Okay? And that whole thing equals, what do we have left? What does it equal?
4x.
All right, can you write that down for me? Equals 4x. All right, and can you get rid of that -6 and -2x for us? All right, now what do you think we should do?
-4, and then +1 equals -3.
Okay. So that equals -3. Now what should we think about?
So times 4, so negative 12. And then you can't multiply a number without an x with an x number.
So, well, whenever I multiply, it tells me I have 4 groups of negative 2x.
I got it mixed up because with the adding and the multiplication.
Yeah, so the adding you can't do, but the multiplying we can do, right? So
Negative 8.
There you go. Okay, very good. And what does all that equal? Now we're in the home stretch. What should we do?
X equals a hidden number, so equals 20. 12 plus 8 equals 20.
So I'm going to pause again. Are we allowed to add those together? One has an x and one doesn't have an x. Are they the same?
No. So you move the 8 over to this side. And then that equals negative 12.
Okay. And what does can you help me understand what is 8x, 4x? What does that mean?
So you have to make these into 4x. So negative 12 equals negative 4x. And 4 times what equals 12?
Hold on, let's stop her there before she keeps going.
Okay. I'm going to pause you here. And so you said that we had the negative x just kind of came over here. But how did you get the 8x over there?
Because you have to regroup it.
You have to regroup it? Well, so we had minus 8x, but we really wanted all the x's on one side of the equation, right? So if I wanted to zero out negative 8x on this side, what could I add to make negative 8x get to a 0? What would be the opposite of taking away 8x?
Adding 8x.
Adding 8x. So can we maybe erase these 2 rows for me? So, and then you said add 8x. Can you add 8x to both sides? What would that look like? So I'm going to pause again, right? Because the 12 and the 8x, they aren't the same, right? We can't add them together. So what if you put, like underneath this, we have our minus 8x. What if we put a plus 8x right below that? What would that look like? Okay, and I'm going to stop here. If I had 8x and I take away 8x, what do I have left?
0.
0. So can you show me that this whole thing turns into a 0? Just like kind of circle it and say that's a 0, right? So that's gone. And then they say whatever you do to one side, you have to do what?
To the other side.
You have to do the other. So what did we do on one side? We added what?
8.
8x. So, well, did we add 8 or 8x? There we go. And then what are we left with on that side?
12, negative 12.
Okay.
Equals 12.
And you guys are right on that end where you've got negative 12 equals 12x. We're going to have you guys solve that, and we'll be back right after this.
My name's John Anderson. I'm a California State Park Peace Officer, lifeguard, and we're here at Silver Strand State Beach, hosting the California Surf Lifesaving Championships.
James Bray, State Park Peace Officer, lifeguard, Ventura. The competition side of it is it's really unique to the lifeguarding aspect of state parks. So everything that we do here benefits our role as lifesavers within the state park system as lifeguards. So the better we do here, the better we can do for serving the public back on the beach while we're on duty as lifeguards. There's nothing better than what we get to do on a daily basis.
I'm Sarah Kennedy. I'm a State Park Peace Officer lifeguard at Crystal Cove State Park. You know, a lot of times when you're lifeguarding, you're racing out to a rescue, and this kind of gets us in different surf conditions, and gets us practicing and going full speed so that when you're going out to a rescue, you know how to go through surf in different conditions and get out there and save a life. I love working for California State Parks. I really believe that California has some great open recreation areas, and I'm so proud to be able to protect them with the people enjoying the parks, and I just feel like it's the best job that anyone could ever have.
I'm Killian Rose. I'm a State Parks Peace Officer Lifeguard here at Bolsa Chica State Beach. If I were to explain this to someone that's never seen a Peace Officer Lifeguard, I think the thing that I like most about my job is the sense of fulfillment I get. You're able to do the right thing all the time. If you have good morals, an upstanding character about you, this is a great job for you to exercise those things, and you feel good when you do the right thing.
My name's Jake Flepson, and I'm a Lifeguard Supervisor 1 for California State Parks here in beautiful and sunny San Diego. The Lifeguard Peace Officer is a unique job classification. There's only 4 agencies in the United States that employ armed lifeguards, and Lifeguard Peace Officers for California State Parks are actually the only ones in the state of California. So we have statewide jurisdiction on and off duty. Not only do you have all of the lifeguarding experiences and training, but you also have access to the whole world of training and experiences granted to any other peace officer in the state. Working with state parks, though, you've got a whole network of 280 statewide parks, stretching all the way from the Mexican border all the way up to Oregon. California State Parks runs approximately 300 miles of oceanfront coastline. That's primarily peace officer lifeguards who help run and supervise and provide public safety on those lands. In addition to the oceanfront coastline, we also provide public safety services in a number of inland reservoirs and rivers that are under the control of the Department of Parks and Recreation. The ability to serve as a lifeguard and a lifeguard peace officer is a great opportunity. It's truly a position of public trust. I feel very fortunate that I have the ability, both physically and mentally, to do this job and look forward to doing it for many years to come. My name is Jake Flepson, and I'm a Lifeguard Supervisor 1. We are Parks.
We are Parks!
And remember, if you're a 4th grade student, you get a free pass to 19 state parks all throughout the year. All right, Savyaa and Cole. Savyaa, explain what your final step was with that problem.
So I divided each 12 by another 12, and if this is a negative and this is not a negative, then you have to add a negative sign here, because a negative divided by a positive is a negative, and so we got x equals -1.
There you go, nicely done. So did you learn a little something today?
Yeah.
Good. More importantly, did you have fun today?
Yeah.
There you go, playing some math games. Thanks to Abel, thanks to Juan, and thanks to Emily, all for coming in and sharing a little bit of their time. And until we meet again, continue to do the math.
Major support for Do the Math has been provided by Chevron, the Kern County Superintendent of Schools, Edison International, Valley Strong Credit Union, Panama Buena Vista Union School District, and the Kern High School District. With additional production assistance provided by these supporters of education in Kern County and throughout the state of California.